Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at the extra heavy gel matte acrylic painting medium. I'm going to talk about a couple of reasons why you might choose to use it and then show how it works. So let's dive right in. You basically just want to squirt out however much of this you want to use and then get your whatever color you want to use, and you can pre-mix your colors. So maybe you don't want to use just a primary right out of the tube. Maybe you want to make some different colors. And you can do that, but I'm just going to use the primary blue just for sake of demonstration. So I suggest mixing with a palette knife. And this is going to be, notice how it's so thick, it's crazy. So you're just gently mixing it in like this. So I'm going to take my paint that I want, get a little bit, and mix it in. You don't need it that much paint. It's going to take that pigment, and basically this medium it's like paint, textured paint without the pigment in it. So it's colorless paint. And so you can use it to make any color you want, which is what's kind of fun about it. So again, using a palette knife to mix is going to be way easier because then you won't lose any in your brush if you haven't reached the consistency you want yet or got enough paint in there. But now look at it, it's just basically like this, but different texture. Again, this is perfect for impasto painting effects, like where you're using palette knife painting and you want to have a really intense buildup of texture. So notice how when I pick it up, it's like, this is a very, very thick, and you can just put it on and be like, I want this to be like super thick. Maybe I want some parts to be thin, but then maybe I want to build it up and build the color up and have it be really thick so that when the painting dries, you can actually touch it and feel the bump, feel the texture on it, and see how much I can build it up. This is going to be like a 3D painting, or you could make like a 3D painting with this kind of paint, or you could just, spread it on more of a medium. And you can use anything to apply, but it's going to be really fun to play with. So again, texture building, this is a matte finish, so it's not going to be reflective. It's not going to be like shiny. And sometimes that really helps with the richness of the painting without making it, like shiny or glossy. So maybe you don't really like that look. So this might be a good option to choose the matte. And it's a really good way to bond the paint. So it's going to really stick to whatever the surface that you're using. So you want to make sure that what you put on there isn't going to peel off, especially if you're doing a lot of texture building. So this is going to help with building that texture, and it's going to stay put. It's going to extend your paint. So that means instead of having to use a ton of pigment paint, which is, could get kind of costly to try to build this up, not only would it take a lot longer because you'd have to wait for everything to dry and it just keep layering, it might not adhere that well, and it's just going to extend your paint. So I only need to use a little bit of paint to get this really intense build up of texture really effortlessly. And it might actually slow your dry time a little bit. Sometimes you can work with it a little longer when you're using a medium. So this might dry a little quicker, and then this you might be able to have a little more time to place and work with it before it's going to totally dry out on you, which is nice. And it's just going to be, you can mix with other things too. I mean, like if you wanted to add some different types of mediums into it, you totally could. Usually these kind of mediums are really nice. It's going to give you a nice finish. It's going to increase the quality of your work. So, it's something worth checking out. Again, I'm using the Golden Extra Heavy Gel Matte Acrylic Paint Medium. And this is for you if you want to really be crazy and build up some extreme texture, extend your paint, just play around with it. And I highly recommend those who like that look. So if you've ever seen somebody make a painting, or if you've ever seen a painting in person that really jumps out off the page at you and you're attracted to that and you want to play with that, this is something you might want to grab and start playing with. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure to leave me a comment and let me know what other fun stuff you like to learn about regarding acrylic painting, which is what I talk about on this channel. And I hope you are staying creative, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Thanks for watching. Bye.